I've been strictly told to finish by 8:15 by Kamalochan Rao, so we have exactly 45 minutes. So I thought before I delve into the significance of Karthik and what we can learn and what are the things we should do, what is it that Karthik month offers, how special it is in our lives, all of us who are practicing devotional life and want to achieve Krishna Prema. I thought we will just start with this song, which encapsulates the mood of Vrindavan very nicely, quickly, and then we will go into this. So you can repeat after me. Badri, if you can play Mridanga, it will be nice, but if not, you can play. Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavana. Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Mohana. Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhana. Kalindi Jamuna Jaya Jaya Mahabana. Keshi Ghata Vamsi Bhatta Dvadasa Kanana. Jaha Sab Leela Koila Shri Nanda Nandana. Shri Nanda Jasoda Jaya Jaya Gopagana. Shri Damadi Jaya Jaya Dhenu Vatsagana. Jaya Vrishabhanu Jaya Kirtida Sundari. Jaya Purnamasi Jaya Abhira Nagari. Jaya Jaya Gopishwara Vrindavana Majha. Jaya Jaya Krishna Sakha Bhattu Dvijaraja. Jaya Rama Ghata Jaya Rohini Nandana. Jaya Jaya Vrindavana Vasi Jata Jana. Jaya Dvija Patni Jaya Naga Kanya Gana. Bhakti Teja Hara Pailo Govinda Charana. Shri Rasa Mandala Jaya Jaya Radha Shama. Jaya Jaya Rasa Leela Sarva Manorama. Jaya Jaya Jwala Rasa Sarva Rasa Sara. Parakiya Bhave Jaha Brajete Prachara. Shri Janava Pada Padma Koriya Smarana. Shri Janava Pada Padma Koriya Smarana. Dina Krishna Dasa Kohe Nama Sankirtana. Dina Krishna Dasa Kohe Nama Sankirtana. Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavana. Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavana. Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Mohana. Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe. Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. So it's a song which can actually transport us from whichever place we are to Vrindavan. It encapsulates, it captures the mood and this thing very nicely. So on this day of beginning of our Karthik month, I thought I'll share what is the significance of Karthik, what is the significance of today, what are the festivals that we're going to observe in this month, what are some of the vratas that we should try to follow, and what exactly are the benefits of those vratas, and how we all in our simple day-to-day life can benefit so much from this Karthik month. Rupa and Sanatan, the 6 Goswamis out of those 6, Rupa and Sanatan, the 2 brothers, they say this is a month for hard work. All of us, whatever we are trying to achieve in our respective lives with our respective circumstances, we get distracted, we get diverted, we get allured, we get so many things happens. But this month is a special month where we can bring back our vehicle of life to the right course. It's a very, very special month. Extremely special because this is the month of Srimati Radharani and the most merciful pastime of the Lord in the form of the sweet Damodar pastime which happened in this month. So devotees throughout, they remember these 2 names in this whole month, Radha Damodar, Radha Damodar, Radha Damodar. And we are so fortunate that we do it throughout the year because our deities are Radha Damodar. It's so wonderful. So today is the special day of Rasa Purnima, right? Today is the day, it is also called Sharat Purnima, or the day when the Rasa dance was performed by Krishna in Vrindavan. So that is the beginning of this Karthik month, starts with Sharat Purnima. So this month is from Purnima to the next Purnima. So Purnima to Amavasya, the moon will fade, and then again it will come to Purnima, and that's how the Karthik Purnima ends. So the first day is Sharat Purnima. Or especially Krishna, there is a name where he is known as Rasa Vihari, because he exhibited this wonderful pastime of Rasa Leela in Vrindavan with the gopis. That's why he's called a Rasa Vihari. So it is mentioned there are so many wonderful pastimes, of course. We have limited time, so with that limited time, respecting whatever we can cover, we will try to. Krishna actually plays his flute, Vamsi, in the 5th swara, or in the 5th note. So when that happens, that's in the midnight. The gopis, wherever they are and whatever position they are in, they immediately hear and they rush to Krishna's flute. We have to go. Actually people don't understand what the rasa dance is, and they've got so many misconceptions about it. The gopis, they gave up their loka dharma, their deha dharma, their varnashrama dharma, their karma, everything they gave up. For us, these are some of the things. I'll bring back you again, when we are closing. If I don't, you please remind me. Our bhakti is dependent on so many conditions. If X, Y, Z are satisfied, children are taken care, parents are taken care, siblings are taken care, household chores are done, then probably I'll think of Radha Damodar. Gopis are not just like that glorified, that they are the most exalted devotees. There has to be a reason. They are even better than the sannyasis. They gave up their loka dharma, deha dharma, varnashrama dharma, karma, everything they gave up. And they just rushed. So, and there is that beautiful Gopi Geet which they sang and which people sing in this Karthik month. And they came and they danced. When they came, what Lord Krishna did, seeing their devotion, that these gopis have come, immediately he transformed the night to the night of Brahma. Brahma's night is how long? Brahma's day is, this Kali Yuga is called, this is the present day is Kali Yuga, which is the duration is 4,32,000 years. Then Dwapara, double of this, 8,64,000. Then Tretya, triple of this, 12,96,000. And then Satya Yuga, which is 4 times of this, 70,28,000. So all put together, there is one Divya Yuga, and thousand such Divya Yugas is one day of Brahma. 1,000 such Divya Yugas is one night of Brahma. So Krishna just expanded by his Yogamaya. The duration of night became one night of Brahma. Actually, most of us, we don't have the qualification to understand what really this pastime is. And people often ask questions, can you speak from that? Prabhupada was asked once, can you speak on Rasa Leela? And Prabhupada humbly answered, I am not qualified to speak. It's not that Prabhupada was not qualified to speak, he was speaking on behalf of us because we are not qualified to hear. So, had it not been true, imagine this person who is speaking this Bhagavatam is the most renunciant person ever that you can come across. Srila Sukadev Goswami, who remained in the womb of his mother for 16 long years. He was so scared about this material world, he didn't want to come out. Look at our situation. We glow bindas. What is there? I am a devotee. So scared, Sukadev Goswami, being trapped in this material world. And when there was assurance given by Vedavyas, no, nothing will happen. You come out. We are all there. We will take care of you. Don't worry. He came out. He didn't even wait for. Any jata. Any samskaras. He just walked away. So that is that beautiful verse which comes in Bhagavatam. Yam pravajantam anupetam apeta krityam dvaipayano viraha katara ajuhava putreti tanmayataya tatrova bhinedus tam sarva bhuta hridayam munim anatosmi. This is first canto, second chapter. Yam pravarjanta anupetam apetya krityam. Oh, Vedavyas was having so much of, imagine, 16 years a mother is carrying. And the father is none other than Vedavyas. He wants to impart all the knowledge. With great hope, expectations, when they are expecting that the son has come, now he will listen, he walks away, doesn't even look at their face. And Vedavyas is calling, Putra! And it's a forest, so there are trees, and there is an echo, Putra, Putra, Putra. But he didn't even look back. Putreti tanmayataya tanavoho vinedus tam sarva bhuta hridayam murimanatosmi. So this Sukadev Goswami is narrating, and who's hearing? Hearing Parikshit Maharaj. You look at the picture, sometimes we have that, or in our Bhagavatam you see, Parikshit Maharaj is just wearing a kaupin. Right? He has given up his griha, dara, putra, everything he has given up. What is the business they have about to hear something which is mundane? It's not about kama. It's actually about pure love, Krishna prema. And that is why the gopis are so glorified. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Ramya kachid upasana brajabadhu vargena ya kalpita. We are doing devotion, 30% of that is external. 60% is dependent on so many things. Maybe very little, 1 or 2% inspiration that comes that I have to serve. But here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, Ramya kachi dupasana brajabadhu bargena ya kalpita. Highest form of worship. So it's not just some sentimental this thing. Ramya kachi dupasana. They are embodiment of this principle of Bhagavad Gita which Krishna mentions, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Am tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayisyami mahasucha. The Atma Nivedan or complete self-surrender, how to learn, where to learn, gopis are the embodiments of that. They didn't care about anything. We are so scared about some little things in our lives. We want to ensure everything is done. After that, if there is time, we will come. So this is how it begins, the Sharad Purnima, the first day of this this beautiful, wonderful month of Karthik, right? The next festival that comes, because the next festival that comes is called, so today is the first day, this is Purnima, and then the moon starts fading. The 8th day from today, the Ashtami, is called Bahula Ashtami. Bahula Ashtami is a very special day. That day there was a demon who attacked the residents of Vrindavan. His name was Mataji, haan bol rahi hai? Aristasur. Who was Aristasur? Was he a donkey? Was he a crane? He was a bull. So the bull came and attacked. It did. And then what did Krishna do? He just jumped on his those two horns and whirled him around like this and threw him. He passed stool and urine simultaneously and he died. Because of this Aristasur being killed on this day, the gopis, they told, Lala, you have killed a cow. Say, go hatya. It's a big sin. You should go and take bath in all the sanctified rivers. Then only you'll come. Otherwise, this is the biggest sin. Nobody can save you. So Lord Krishna, anyway, these are all so sweet pastimes, no? If, there is no paucity of time and in our life we have the right mood and eagerness, you can get absorbed in these wonderful pastimes. Krishna with his finger, he got all the rivers and that place is called Manasarovar. And with his heel, with this part, he hit that ground and he called all the rivers to come there and fill that. And that place became? How many answers are going? Hey, how many times you have gone? Or Shyama? Really? Mansi Ganga. Mansi Ganga ho gaya na, finger se kar liya. This became Syama Kund. Krishna Kund or Syama Kund. Sometimes when we say also, question mark, really? No, Syama Kund nahi kuch aur hoga. Syama Kund. And Krishna took bath there. Very happily, nicely he took bath. And then he became purified. Now this was Krishna's turn. So he told all the gopis, you were supporting that demon, Aristasur. So you were also, you got the sin of helping a demon. You should now go and take bath in some of the rivers, in the purified rivers, and then only you will come back. Otherwise, I am not going to talk to you. So what they will do, they didn't know what to do. So Radharani and all the gopis, they took out their bangles. And with the bangles, they started digging. And they made a chain from Yamuna river. They were bringing water to pour in that. They kept on doing till midnight. And And then Krishna, out of his compassion, called all those rivers and told that, can you please go and take permission from Radharani? If she is okay, then you can fill her kunda also. And that is how that became Radha Kunda. That's the most purifying place in the whole universe. So wonderful, because Radharani personally, with her bangles, with her hard work, with the intention, she digged that and she did this Radha Kunda. Nectar of Instruction says, far more purifying or far more better than this material world is Vaikuntha. Far more better than Vaikuntha is Mathura, where the Lord took birth. Far more better than Mathura is the 12 forests, including Vrindavan. Far more better than Vrindavan is Radha Kund. You take bath there, you'll get the ambrosial Krishna Prem. Right? It's called liquid Krishna, it's a liquid prema, the Krishna. It's out of devotion, they've done that. And Krishna also took bath there, gopis also took bath there. That's the appearance day of Radha Kund on that day. Why is it called Bahula-Ashtami? The name Bahula-Ashtami, it comes because there was a cow by name Bahula who used to live in that forest. And one day while that cow was going in the forest, a lion came. So actually if you picture this, just imagine, the gopis digging that thing in Radha Kund and all the rivers. We've seen this in Little Krishna and how that place becomes so sanctified, pure. So this cow was encountered by a lion or a tiger, whatever it is, and the tiger said, well, I have not eaten anything so far. You are the first one that is coming in my way, I want to finish you. What did the cow say? Please, just allow me, my calf, my child is waiting, I'll feed her and I'll come back to you. So somehow the lion agreed to the proposal and allowed the cow to go. When the cow goes back to feed her child or the calf told, no, I can't allow you to go, mom. You be here, I'll go. So the Bahula is saying, no, you are a small child, you're just born, you have a long life to live, let me go. So when they were fighting, the owner came. He said, no, you both don't go, I'll go. Let him finish me. Anyway, he wants one food, one meal. Let me become the meal. They all three of them fought. This is in Dwapara Yuga, in Vrindavan. Here if you see, we will think, anybody will think that we will fight, I'll go, or nahi re baba, kaun, tu ja, koi jaye, main jao. Something or other we will do. Ultimately what happened, all three of them went. They could not decide who the lion should eat. So three of them went. And they went and they said, now lion, you decide who should kill, whom you want to eat. And at that time Bahula actually remembered the Lord. And Krishna came, intervened. And he said to that lion, anyway you are looking for a meal, would you like to eat them up? Or would you like to be remembered as a lion who was very famous? Somehow, it's Krishna's plan, right? So the lion agreed. And then that is how, that is a place called Bahula Kund, where you can still find, it's very close to Shyama Kund. You still find Bahula, the cow, the calf, and the man. There is a temple of theirs. That's the day of Bahula Ashtami. That happens on the 8th day from this. Then the next most important thing which comes is Narottam Das Thakur's appearance. Narottam Das Thakur is a disciple of Lokanath Goswami. We sing Guru Puja. What is the last line? There is Lokanath Lokera Jivana. So he is a disciple of Lokanath Goswami. Actually, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was traveling, there was one place which is now in Bangladesh. It's called Khechudi or something. And that is where he exhibited his ecstatic prema. And there is a river which flows there. It's called Prema river or something, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started chanting Narottam, Narottam, Narottam. They were all curious, who is this Narottam? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu reveals that after 3 generations there is going to be a devotee who's going to be so special, and I'm preserving this Krishna Prema in this river. When he takes bath, he will inundate the whole world with Krishna Prema. And how it is mentioned, how difficult it was for him to accept Lokanath Goswami as his spiritual master, because Lokanath Goswami was not interested in accepting anybody as his disciple. So it is mentioned there is one book written by Satyaraj Prabhu, The Saints of Vrindavan. There he mentions about Narottam Das Thakur's life. He says that when Lokanath Das Goswami used to go and attend to nature, the call of nature's call, and whatever he used to leave behind, the excreta, this Narottam Das Thakur used to go and clean that place. He was born to a very rich father, very rich family. But there are 2 names that he was only chanting, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur. And he wanted to accept Lokanath Goswami as his spiritual master. But it's not easy actually. Some of the things we take so casually, lightly in our life. Seeing that one day, who's coming and cleaning this? Who's doing this? In some forest somewhere he was doing this. He saw one day Lokanath Goswami and his heart melted. And that is how he accepted him as his disciple. So there were 3 people who actually were in the instruction of Jiva Goswami, this Narottam Das Thakur, Shyamanand Pandit, and who was the third one? Srinivas Thakur. All these 3 actually, they did profuse book distribution. And how nice their relationship was is given in this book. You should read Narottam Das Thakur's life. Very this thing, that Narottam Das Thakur's appearance comes in the month of Karthik. Then comes Chaturdasi or Deepavali, 14th day from today. This is the day when Lord Ram returned from Lanka to Ayodhya, and the residents of Ayodhya welcomed him by having all this, the roads lit up with these lamps, Deepavali. It's a garland of the Deepas. It's a garland of lamps, right? That's what we offer. It's very special on this day, at least on this day, to offer Deepas. Entire Ayodhya was lit up. So they say that the Ayodhya represents our heart, which is dark because of the lack of presence of the Lord, because of the absence of the Lord. We need to lit it up with the transcendental knowledge. And of course, on that very day, the most important pastime of the Lord, Damodar pastime, happened, right? That is the day, on that day, Mother Yashoda bound Krishna. So sweet pastime. We will see when time comes, we will try to hear more. The next day of Deepavali is Govardhan Puja, right? The most celebrated Govardhan Puja. They exhibit the display of the Lord of how he can give shelter to someone who is surrendered to them. He was the one, he was a trendsetter. Everybody was talking about worshipping Indra, because if we don't worship Indra, we will not get rain. And if we don't get rain, we are all Vaishyas, we do Krishi and we do trade, and what will happen to us? We should do this because it's been going on. This is a tradition which has been going on for a long time. We should continue that. Krishna said, no, we should worship Govardhan, because Govardhan is the one who's giving us nice grass, nice water for our cows, calves. It takes care of us in so many ways. We should worship Govardhan. That is the day when the Lord lifted Govardhan. It is mentioned that Govardhana Dhari, he held Govardhan on that day, Govardhan Puja. Right. Also there is, in this month, we celebrate Gaur Kishore Das Babaji's disappearance. Right? Gaur Kishore Das Babaji is there in the altar, the spiritual master of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who is there in the altar. He was so disgusted with materialistic people, they'll come and ask for blessings. They'll keep their head and they'll say, please bless me so that I get some promotion in job, so that I get some prosperity, my son gets nice, all these material boons, right? Nice wife or something like that. He was so disgusted that he didn't want to meet these materialistic people who want only material things. He used to go and chant in some public toilet. Imagine, in public toilet. Of course, nobody can imitate those things. And he used to chant there. And it is mentioned that once he'll leave that place, even the stones used to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. In one place, Prabhupada says, actually, Indian toilets are very good. So one may wonder, really, Indian toilets are very good? Because why, in this country, if the toilets are so nice, they make big toilets with bathtubs and all, people end up doing all kinds of things, right? Somebody starts playing, watches phone, and gets into so many things. Indian toilets, even those days, are the filthiest, right? You just go and somehow you finish your business and come back. This is what this material world is also. Dirty place. Right? Just finish your business and go back. So Gaur Kishore Das Babaji's disappearance also celebrates in this. So what rules should we follow in this? Skanda Purana and Hari Bhakti Vilas has got elaborate descriptions as to what should we do, what are the things that we should follow. The first and the most important, if you want to make a note or you want to remember in your mind, the most important thing is to get up early in the morning. That should be done all the time, but at least in Karthik month. Getting up early in the morning, by the way, doesn't mean that I'm getting up at 8 o'clock, so 7:30 I'll get up. That's not getting up early in the morning. Getting up early in the morning means getting up early in the Brahma Muhurta time. Early in the morning. And taking bath. If somebody takes bath in that Brahma Muhurta in Karthik month, it is as good as taking bath in all the holy rivers. Very important. So, actually the benefits of what rules should I follow and what happens if I do, just unlimited. But the most important ones I will touch upon. Getting up early in the morning is the most important one. It is also mentioned, if somebody is able to follow the brata of Damodar, which I will share what it is, even if he has done Brahmahatya, Gohatya, or he has stolen gold, he has had affairs with his spiritual master's wife, he is a liar, he'll be absolved of all these sins. He'll be freed from all these sinful reactions. Even if you have got some purva sanchit karma that you have to suffer for the whole Brahmanda, the end of the Brahmanda, you can be freed from that just by, these are all Skanda Purana. You can be freed by just following this Karthik month's brata. A little extra effort in this, the results are multiplied many times. What is the main brata actually? What one should do? The 4 things which Skanda Purana is telling is, you should do your japa nicely. Nicely, they elaborate, doesn't mean that, okay, I'm doing 2 rounds, which is taking 15 minutes. Now 2 rounds I have to do nicely, so I'll do 30 minutes. No, we have to increase our rounds. We should spend more time in doing japa. We should take care of Tulsi plant very nicely. Water Tulsi plant. Tulsi plant watering, especially in Karthik, is very special. Feed Vaishnavas, Brahmanas. The benefit of feeding Vaishnavas and Brahmanas in Karthik is multiple. I mean, there is a mention, of course, these are all there. There is a Mount Meru. If you read 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a mention of Mount Meru. Mount Meru is made up of gold, right? So there is Bharata Varsa, there is, what is the name? Kim Purusha Varsa, there is Hari Varsha, then there is Ilavarta Varsha, and then Mount Meru comes. In Kali Yuga, people cannot visualize. There is a mountain of Meru which is made up of gold. It's very difficult to fathom. In Treta Yuga and Dwapara Yuga, this gold, silver, all these valuable things were lying in different places. People were not bothered, but not in Kali Yuga. People will go and dig and finish it off, right? Whatever. It's not visible to our naked eyes, but it is mentioned that much of gold, if somebody has to give in charity to the Lord, that much of benefit one can get by feeding Vaishnavas, Brahmanas. Of course, the fourth thing is one should reduce the bhojana. Whatever we are eating, we should become austere. Little, whatever things we like, whatever times we are eating, we should reduce and increase our bhajana, increase our chanting, increase our spiritual activities. And the Urja Brata, what is the Urja Brata is actually to do Deepadan. Deepadan, the significance is so much. Offering simple thing like a ghee lamp is as good as giving charity for generations. Even your previous generation people, if they are sinful and they are not able to get out of, they are not able to get a proper human body, they get benefit if we do this properly. Deepadan. The story that we all have familiar with, which is mentioned in Nectar of Devotion, there was that rat. It didn't even possess that lamp. It was just going. Accidentally, there was a lamp, and when it was running, the lamp was about to get extinguished. Because of the movement of the rat, the wick got little pushed, and it started burning. It got burned. But the Lord thought that, the rat has offered this lamp to me. And he got liberated. Very, very powerful, these things. Okay, then there are some other Karma Kande portion. I'll just quickly go. 13th day, we should remember Yama. Yama offered lambs, offering lambs to Yama, Yamaraj, basically. Then it frees one from so many other these things. 14th day, Naraka Chaturdasi, we should definitely do, celebrate in our homes with decorating with the lamps. 15th day is remembering Lakshmi, that Amavasya day. Second day after Amavasya is Bhai Dooj, and then last 5 days of Karthik is called Bhisma Panchak, which is also, if people do a lot of austerity, which is very difficult actually, maybe just for your knowledge. Of course, in Kali Yuga it is very difficult to follow. The highest standard of Bhisma Panchak is to eat the 5 these things of cows, like the cow urine, cow dung, cow milk, Panchagarbhya. Only that, one day one thing, and just remember rest of the time doing bhajan or doing some worship. It's very, very austere. Of course, somebody can take just milk, but once only. Like that, people do Bhisma Panchak. The most important thing about this month of Karthik, there are countless things. The most important thing is, during the month of this Karthik, they who with love hear the topics of Lord Vishnu, even if they hear only half a verse or a fourth of a verse, attain the pious result of giving 100 cows in charity. I'll read these verses, some of these verses we have got just 4-5 minutes. I'll just quickly, there are 2 verses which I would like to mention. One, it is mentioned, Gita Sastra Vinodena Kartikam yo nayan naraha na tasya punar avratir maya drashta kalipriya. That, O Narada, I have personally seen that a person who happily reads Bhagavad Gita during the month of Kartika does not return to the world of birth and death. By the way, what is so significant of Bhagavad Gita? There are so many important things that we can learn about the importance of reading Bhagavad Gita, especially if you see, we don't have a lot of time, the first Mahatmya of Gita Mahatmya, which is mentioned in the introduction by Prabhupada, he says that Gita Sastram idam punyam yah pathet prayatah puman Vishnu padam avapnoti bhaya shokadi varjita. Gita Sastram idam punyam, it's so powerful, so auspicious. Yah pathet prayatah puman. Pathe prayatah puman, it's who's endeavoring to study this. Vishnu padam avapnoti, he gets the lotus feet of Vishnu. There are 3 things which torment everybody in this world: Soka, Moha and Bhaya. So this is saying Bhaya Soka Divarjitaha. You'll become free from Bhaya and Soka. Then there is that one verse, Maline Mochanam Pumsa Jala Snanam Dine Dine Sakrit Gita Amritam Snanam Samsara Malanasanam. Maline Mochanam Pumsa. You are tired, you're sweating, you've come from somewhere, you take a bath, you feel so refreshed. Maline Mochanam Pumsa Jala Snanam Dine. But you have to do that every day. Maline Mochanam, this mala, the samsara, this external mala, it can be cleansed by taking bath every day. Sakrit Gitamritam Snanam Samsara Malanasanam. Sakrit Gitamritam Snanam. Once, if somebody, his intellect, his consciousness is bathed by the power of Bhagavad Gita, Samsara Malanasana. What is the Samsara Mala? Samsara Mala is Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Layers and layers of that. The first three things come because of the mode of passion, and the last three things come because of the mode of ignorance. Kama, Krodha, Lobha is because of passion. Mada, Moha, Matsarya is because of ignorance. We see this verse, Krishna says, Kamesha, Krodhesha, Rajo Guna Samadbhava, Mahasano Mahapapma, Viddhiyenam Yavairinam. Or you read the 14th chapter of Bhagavad Gita where Krishna says, Lobha Prabritir Arambha, Karmanam Asamaha Spruha, Rajasi Etani Jayante, Bibridha Bharatarshva. This increases because of passion, those layers. And there is ignorance because of ignorance. That is also a reference are there. Mada Moha Matsarya. What happens is when somebody is influenced by this passion and ignorance, for their happiness, they look outside. Some person, some situation, some object, and they think that will give happiness. This is the influence of passion and ignorance. If nothing is happening, they are bewildered in their life. But when this mala is gone and somebody comes to the mode of goodness, they experience happiness within. Antarama. In 5th chapter Bhagavad Gita, Antar Shuka. The inner this thing, we can experience that happiness that is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. So reading Bhagavad Gita is very, very important in this thing. There is also the verse that I didn't spoke. Yahpathet prayato nityam shlokam bhagavatam mune ashtadasa puranam kartike phalam apunyat. O sage, a person who in the month of Kartika regularly recites the verses of Srimad Bhagavatam. Actually, it is recites the verses of Bhagavatam, but even if you recite one verse, attains the pious result of reciting all 18 Puranas. See how much of this thing is given. This is meant for that. You see, I was trying to bring down, I said at the beginning that our happiness is dependent on so many external things. Our devotion is subjected to so many conditions. But when the samsara mala gets washed away, gets cleansed from our heart, we experience happiness within. That verse is very nice verse in 5th chapter. But anyway, you can search for that. Yovanta sukhara arama. We can, in deep within, we'll be contented and satisfied. We don't need any external validation. We'll be happy. So these are some of the important things about Karthik, and respecting the time that we have. I would like each one of you to become sincere. Take a vow. Take this, don't just come up with excuse. Excuses everybody can give. I have got so many important things to do in life. Don't miss this. If we really want, we can do it. If we don't want, no matter how much you hear, how much you do this thing, you'll have something else to do in life. But if you take it up very seriously, this vrata, you will be benefited. Another thing which is mentioned is, even if this garland given to me was little small, I didn't want to part with this, because this thing of Krishna, like especially the flowers which are offered or anything of that sort, we should just keep them with us as much as possible. They're all very wonderful things of the glories of Karthik. Of course, we are not looking for the Karma Kanda portion. We are seeing only what Prabhupada has given as to how we should regulate and how we should practice this in our life, and can enthuse ourselves. Enthusiasm is, as the definition given in Nectar of Instruction, is working with intelligence, using your intelligence as per the scriptures, without getting disturbed. So you have to work intelligently, no? That's what this human life is meant for. So we'll stop here and continue to see this wonderful Karthik month which is unfolding before us. Today is the first day. If you can take this vow and ask yourself, what I want to do, that extra, this thing, what is it that I want to do to please Radha Damodar? Then we will make nice progress in our life. Srila Prabhupada ki, Shri Radha Damodar ki, Nitai Gaur